back on here with the Armel OD and the Tide Hunter. But of course, facing up against the Fnatic lineup in the late game is also going to be kind of scary, and their Lycan will eventually fall off. Also, picking Lycan into Terrorblade is a pretty bold move. Like, the Lycan is decent in the lane, but then you're just giving Terrorblade Feral Impulse whenever he presses Reflection, right? So I don't think that interaction is being changed. So instead of Cuckoo and Tims, then maybe they'll be alright. But other than that, I'm potentially a little bit worried. Fnatic, as said, Universe Puck, Pilot Eye Warlock. He's been playing this quite a bit recently. Nice to see this hero kind of back in the meta. I'm a big Warlock fan, personally. He's just a chill hero. Warlock, Underlord, you know, you press your buttons, you do your thing. Really not that complicated. No flame to Pilot Eye. I think he's been playing and drafting really well. I don't know what the captaincy situation is in the team, so I don't know if he's making the majority of the shot calls for the early game. One would imagine that might be a little bit more on DJ and Universe, given the kind of roles, but anyway, we'll shut up for a second because TNC are on the prowl, looking for this initial kill. Not going to find anybody. Fnatic just heading down into the Radiant jungle. They don't spot anybody. They get a couple of observer wards down. They have chosen to block out the small camp here, and it looks like they are trying to dodge an aggro tri-lane or something. They've got the Terrorblade down bot along with the Warlock. Heal already skilled up. DJ looking to cog back the wave, so they're actually going to just try and transfer their safe lane down to bottom, which could be pretty annoying for TNC. Or at least they're going to have to trot their way down to bot to go and contest this Terrorblade. See how this block goes on mid. Not the most interesting matchup necessarily, but will be worth looking at, or at least look at the block initially here. Looks like Abed gonna get the slightly better block. No, actually Armel manages to stay in front of it at the end and Abed lets it go, so Armel with the slightly better block overall. DJ is still just blocking and cogging these creeps, so lane position gonna be pretty good for them. Universe, I severely doubt he's gonna use the orb early on here, but they're gonna try for it. Roll in from Tims is gonna end up missing. Universe kind of feeling the pressure a little bit from the Tide there and does his backup. So swing and a miss so far. Abed doing very well. Just CS. Oh, I'm not gonna say doubling it up, but he's 2 and 2. Universe, there's a stun into the roll. They got the damage. He's got the Fairy Fire, but it's not gonna be enough to save him. Beautiful stun from Cuckoo from the tree line. DJ coming in to try and help out, but this was not the plan for Fnatic. Universe supposed to be pretty survivable up here, but still somewhat vulnerable at level 1, and TNC are under the tower in the doubled up wave. Still kind of threatening. Tims, another roll off cooldown, but Raven just going to cut himself out of the cogs and lose a little bit of mana on his way out. Sam H has already taken his leave. He's heading down to bottom. Trading some blows with Pi. Doesn't have Kraken Shell or Anchor Smash just yet, so Pi actually doing some decent damage. And how is mid? Relatively close. Abed trading a lot of life for some harassment. Armel just going to be going for the 1-1-2 so far. Gets a little bit lucky with that Arcane Orb proc. But Abed is making it hard for him to get these CS under the tower, and actually misses a bunch of them. Since he's settling into their lanes a little bit more. Still keeping the supports on this top side of the map for the most part. Envy gonna pop the meta, but looks like it's just for a little bit of CS. And some zoning potential, I suppose. Yeah, I like this from Fnatic. They've very much set themselves up in a way where they don't really care about top. I don't think they're gonna help Universe too much. They're just gonna let him deal as the Puck and then protect the mid lane and whatnot. Universe really going in on Cuckoo here, unwilling to give any ground whatsoever. Envy has complete free farm, 15 and 12 so far. And Tims on this Earth Spirit now level 2, a little bit more kill potential. I'm really getting some stacks up at mid. I bet it's not that healthy. Needs to be a little bit careful. Does have a Fairy Fire, but I think if the Rolling Boulder connects, then he's probably going down. What's DJ thinking about? They want this kill on Cuckoo, but they only get it if he runs over into these trees. He's run forward, though. DJ, can he get the cogs? He's got boots, but so does Cuckoo. They're chasing after him. Universe does jump forward. DJ can't afford to press the battery assault. Would slow him down just that little bit. The Rolling Boulder somehow connects, and they kick Abed back on mid. Armel needs a few more hits to finish it. He's slow. One more touch. Fairy Fire helping out. They need the vision. All right. Tims might pay for this one with his life. Can the salve keep him alive? He's not even going to try. Does just end up going down. DJ running in now, but a little bit too long on the Viper respawn, so he's just going to be happy to grab some experience. This is such a nice moment as a position 4 player, especially in this patch when your mid dies. You're like, oh no, let me just take that experience. Samh, he's out of there, but does get forced away from bottom. Tim, same kind of story as DJ. Hey, look, there's some free experience here. Let me just grab that real fast. You didn't want this, right, Tide? Oop, Armel getting his salve canceled. Abed's going for it. He has another poison attack soon. Armel's just dead. Oh, does manage to get the imprisonment off. Cuckoo whips the stun. Armel with the damage. Might actually get the kill first. Nope, Abed's gonna not survive, actually. Cuckoo. Another lightning. 1 second's time. Can he get Pi? Oh, gets fogged at the last second. I don't even know if Armel had the imprison skilled there. Looks like he maybe just grabbed level 5, but works out nicely. They do get the turnaround. Cuckoo. No, alright. Pi's gonna be fine. How is Lycan doing? Decent CS, but this is still a free farm Terrorblade. And that's gotta be good news. And if you're Fnatic, Pi getting run at here by Cuckoo. Into the trees. He gets stunned. He's still healing a little bit. Cuckoo with another lightning should be able to finish this. One more hit. Abed's gonna maybe bring him down. Nope, just straight TP out. Alright, and DJ's not even there in time. Very nice kill and some space created for Cuckoo. They first picked his Lush, and it's doing work. Samh only level 3 on the Tide. And the DJ will just be coming down here to make sure that Terrorblade is okay. What build is Abed going for? Just some treads so far, nothing too heavy on the commitment. DJ trying to snipe the courier, but they do have the courier shield available. Rolling it onto Envy. Tims has the boulder smash. Actually just kicks him back underneath the tower. Can they land the stun? They won't. Cuckoo whiffs, and now DJ comes in. Will protect Envy. He locks them inside of the cogs, and I don't think they can even go for the DJ kill. They will turn their attention towards him. There is yet another gush. Tim's waiting for cooldowns, also waiting for mana. Envy just around the corner, just needs to run back. DJ's going to check his fate. He might even be able to get a cogs and a TP out here in the trees. Samh ends up inside, and one more auto attack is going to do it, though at the same time, Abed finding a kill on the mid lane. Just Pilot Eye and Abed running down the OD. Nothing else really to say about that one, but that is trouble. OD not having a great game. I'm not convinced about this Lycan's game here. I mean, Raven farming decently, but shouldn't really be able to take this tier 1 tower all that quickly against the puck. Universe able to keep it pushed out. Helm of the Dominator might change things a little bit, though. And Tims and Cuckoo are still grouped up, continuing to try and make these plays. They are so hungry for Envy. They want these kills on the Terrorblade so badly. They don't have that much longer to get him in the lane. I would imagine before too long, Envy's going to head into the jungle, and he'll become a little bit more difficult to track down there. So they have limited windows here, and DJ still being a nuisance. Envy, is he going to get stunned up? No, Cuckoo off the mark yet again. Still the lightning harassment adding up, but he does have the point in the Sunder now, and 10-1 charges. And Armel backing off from mid lane, actually just going to go farm up some neutrals for a little bit. Doesn't even have boots just yet. It's very scary to step up into the lane against the Viper. He gets hit by the Viper strike and is just dead. And there is still vision across the hill as well for Fnatic. TNC mostly hanging around bottom so far, so not a whole lot of vision elsewhere on the map. And there's the harassment on Envy, but still no kill. Lycan Summons doing their best to put pressure on this tier 1, but Universe still holding on to it, getting pretty good levels on his puck. Has some treads picked up. Yeah, this matchup is starting to look pretty difficult for the OD. I mean, he does have 2 deaths, so that's kind of tilting things a little bit. If he also had treads, then he might be able to go toe-to-toe with the Viper to a certain extent. TNC support's now over at mid. They're going to be able to get the defensive imprison out, but I don't know. This might still be trouble for Leshrac. He's being slowed down. Piladai just sitting back here with his point in upheaval, and Kuku actually just ticking out. Abed, a little bit more damage. Tims doesn't actually have the fatal bonds on him. Kuku's juking around the trees. They get the stun onto Abed. Can they kill him off? Tims can't find the angle. The flare is actually what ends up getting the kill. DJ sniping that dominating streak. I didn't even realize that Kuku had a dominating streak. But there you go. Nice gold for DJ. And in the meantime, they also ended up losing Sam H. This Tidehunter only just now cracking level 5, and he's getting cracked in half by Eternal Envy. One more hit. Sam H retreating into the safety of the trees. Do they have any TPs that can come and help this? No. He's not looking like a very tanky watermelon. It's only the 1 point in the Kraken shell. Alright, well, first Lycan rotation. Raven wants to make use of his ultimate, and TNC are sick of how this mid lane has been going. Who are they looking to find? They know that the Terrorblade isn't on bottom lane anymore. They're thinking that he might be jungling. He's not at the tri-camp, and Envy did just back up to heal. So they're going to focus on Abed instead. Ultimate pop. Kuku comes running forward. This is decent damage rolling as well from Tims. Needs to get the boulder smashed. They're actually going to focus on Piladai instead. Looks like Tims will end up going down, though. Just a support for support trade, and I think Fnatic are... Piladai is smiling to himself. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm Piladai. I'm Warlock. You just popped your Lycan ultimate and wasted a bunch of time to get that kill, and now what? My Terrorblade's still farming. I'm still farming. Puck's got 1,400 gold. Oh, Kuku putting a ward down in here. Universe just gonna skirt right by him. Pi wants to get involved. He's got his level 6. TP's in and puts down a Fatal Bonds, but I think he just gave away his ward, unfortunately. So that'll probably get dewarded in a little bit by TNC. But they're seemingly still unable to push. Universe is spamming. They've completely dead laned mid. Raven looked like he's going to be soaking there a little bit, but they're really trying to catch Armel back up. DJ scouting around with this Invis rune. They know that the Lycan ultimate is on cooldown for a little bit, so he's actually fairly killable. There are some TP responses possible from TNC, though. So this is going to be dangerous. They can't afford to die the tower while the Tidehunter has Ravage. They're going on Envy down bottom. But he's still got that Sunder. And over at mid lane, they've now gone on Raven. Chaotic Offering going to get dropped. They really want this kill, but the Tide's TPing in, and he's got that Ravage available. Pylai die. Abed going to run for it. Still gets clipped on the edge. Pai's going to go down. Abed not going to try for the TP out. Universe also trying to help. They did lose the Lycan in the end. The summons are still chasing. The troll trap's already been used. Sam H dropping pretty low to the Warlock Golem. DJ still continuing with the dive, and so is Tims. He's going to throw down the Magnetize and just hope to get this Viper kill. He will be able to do so. Kuku still running. The orb just barely clips Tims, and he will be brought down. DJ ticking low. Kuku just needs to get in range for the Lightning Storm. The Magnetize not going to be enough to finish him. 29 HP remaining. Kuku turns around and drops the stun onto Universe. Now going to try and burn him down. Universe jaunts a short distance away. Can he finish him? The Lightning's still on cooldown. Looks like Universe might be okay. Pai's going to come in with the heal. Kuku. Oh, DJ's around the corner. There's the Battery Assault. I don't think he can get any spells off. He's also going to get stunned up by the hook. Oh, that was so nicely played by Fnatic. And you know the orb comes through from Universe just to ensure that kill. And that's going to be his Blink Dagger now. They kind of sacked this Puck in top lane. Didn't really give him that much help. And Universe still has 12-minute Blink Treads. Envy going to come pop a Metamorphosis at mid and take down this tier 1 tower. They've taken the bot tier 1 already. TNC, once again, getting kind of stumped in the early game by Fnatic. They went for their full early game lineup in the first game. Didn't work. They've gone for a little bit more late game this time around. So I don't think this is... I don't think this is all doom and gloom, but they need to keep using this Lycan. I'm going to pop the ultimate. Who do they see? It is Envy. Cured his Terrorblade. They should have the chain stun. They kick him down onto the low ground. He's got the Sunder. Not using it just yet. Won't even get the opportunity to. It's finished off. Universe looking for the turnaround. Dreamcoil getting popped. Kuku doesn't have a TP. Tims does. He's out of there. And nobody on Fnatic really there to counter-initiate. DJ's over at mid, but still a few seconds to go on the hookshot cooldown and no TP scroll, it looks like. Alright. That was pretty nice. They got the Envy kill. Quite a bit of gold, most of it going to the Lash, who is just working on a 4th staff. Definitely nice to have a couple of those against the Clockwork, and I would imagine that Tide maybe thinking along the same lines. He might be going for a Hood. They are going to have a 4-staff rush on the OD. Just the standard build. And Fnatic, sensing a bit of an opportunity, knowing that the Lycan ultimate is on cooldown, they are going to go hunting. And they just continue to plant these deep wards. They really like this ward and this ward here against TNC. And probably for good reason. It seems like TNC have just... I don't know if they have if it's a conscious pattern or an unconscious pattern, but this is really their favorite place to smoke. So they're gonna come in and try and push down bottom, but they're jumping up at top. They've managed to find Armel farming inside the jungle. Fnatic with 4 heroes descending on top of him. Find an easy kill. They did use the hook shot for that, so initiation potential reduced for the next minute or so, but well worth it. If they can keep the Terrorblade farming and keep shutting down the OD, I think they're going to have no problem whatsoever in this game. And just a smart move from Fnatic. They kind of push out mid lane a little bit. They're showing Envy, showing that Envy is kind of down bottom. But they know that the OD is going to be farming away from his team. He's not interested in being right behind them. Oh, they are coming rolling in here. Tim's going to find the Boulder Smash out into 2. Envy getting chain stunned. They also drop the Ravage. Highlight Eye won't be able to get off the Chaotic Offering. Beautiful play from Tim's. Universe does a bit of damage on his way out, but they've still got the creep wave. And TNC, this could be a big opportunity. They're looking towards the tier 2, and Fnatic don't really have pressure anywhere else. Great vision also in this area for TNC, so they could continue to look for a little bit more of a fight. Though with the Ravage down, they need to be careful about sticking around a little bit too long. Can they burst down this Viper? He's somewhat tanky, but they've got the chain stun. This time around, Abed finished. Fnatic still trying to spam and hold on to this bottom tier 2. Raven did pop the Lycan ultimate. Have to be cautious of the Chaotic Offering. Ooh, hookshot gonna end up missing on Cuckoo. He's gonna be able to walk that off. Very nice swing from TNC. Alright, well I guess Armel got the last laugh there. While they were ganking him, TNC almost pick up that bottom tier 2. And they've got great vision to come back and do this exact same thing again once they have the Ravage back off cooldown. It is just going to be a 4-staff for the Tidehunter, and Fnatic straight into a smoke. No Ravage, no Lycan ultimate, and they've got Chaotic Offering. They want something. They've also got the Metamorphosis. Envy's not that tanky, but should be able to protect him. They've got enough of a front line. They're hunting. They're going to go and play to their vision, though they are getting de-warded up here. Cuckoo won't be tricked this time around. Are they just going to settle for the position 5 kill? They will. Cuckoo playing the role of Pylai Die for TNC, and will get taken out. As it is Fnatic's turn to go and look at a tier 2 tower, but they're also rotating across. They see this OD. Hookshot's still on cooldown for a little bit, so it looks like Armel's going to be okay. Can they punish Fnatic for not having numbers here at the mid lane? Looks like probably not. Abed's okay. They are splitting up somewhat. Envy on the high ground, Abed down on the low ground. And Raven does at least manage to get some pressure at bottom in the interim, but pretty nice move for Fnatic, especially if they'd gotten that OD kill. It would have been really big. They've just been really efficient with how they're distributing their numbers. Like, knowing that they don't need to leave everybody sitting behind the Terrorblade and the Viper mid, they can just kind of fake it and then go and hunt for an additional kill. Because if they'd gotten that pick-off, would have been huge. Envy suspects that something is up, just runs away at the right moment, but they still see him on this secondary ward, so still kind of hunting for him. And a little bit suspicious that nobody is defending this bottom tier 2, but Fnatic instead would like to grab the top tier 1. With his 4-staff ready, Envy sitting up on the high ground. He comes down to the low ground. Now he's going to get rolled on top of Silence, but the Boulder Smash just barely connects. He makes it up onto the high ground. Can they burst him down? He's still got the Thunder. Needs to use it now before the Sandy's Eclipse comes out. He's still alive, but looks like the Magnetize might finish him. Armel linked up to Tim's. Will end up killing him. The 4-staff already used, so I don't really see any escape for this OD, but they might just need to turn this one and fight. Well, not even fight. Turn tail and run. Raven gonna try and get his way out of this Cog. Still has a pretty good duration left on the Lycan ultimate, so he's gonna be able to shapeshift his way out of there. DJ trying to kill off that Necrobook minion. They managed to save the Ravage, but I don't know if that was that worth it for TNC.
Dire's middle tower is under
Fnatic probably going to go and make another play with the next Metamorphosis. I don't know if they can do... Can they sneak rush with meta? That would be a very Fnatic play, but I don't know if they need to do anything quite so risky. Envy's probably content to just farm. Get the SNY, get his BKB. He'll be very ready to take fights at that point. Cuckoo's got a Force Staff. Looking pretty farmed here on his Lush. Actually, more farmed than poor old Sam H on his Tide, who does also have a Force. Pilot Eye just going for a Medallion. What's Abed going for? Just a Hurricane Pike at the moment. Pretty non-committal build, all things considered. Force Staff also going to be pretty nice for his team. Anything that they can get to help out the Terrorblade if he gets jumped. Like I've been saying, if they can combo break at all. Like at bottom, that play from Tim's was so nice because he stopped the Warlock being able to Chaotic Offering on top of Envy and stopped them from being able to turn that fight around. TNC gonna get the D ward here up on the high ground. They've been doing a much better job on the vision game this time around versus game 1, where it felt like Fnatic just constantly had all of these deep wards and TNC were never able to really get rid of them. Fnatic probably just give away this mid-tier 1 at this stage, holding onto a very slight net worth lead. Both of these games, it's been extremely close. Wait, Pi got the deny. What the hell? Alright, alright. Well played, Pi. He's got like 74 damage, and the Lycan has 4 different units all hitting the tower, and somehow Pi still got that. You can see with the immediate smoke, open to find something. Envy's wise to them, just farming it out with the illusions. Abed sitting on the front lines. Chaotic Offering back up in 5 seconds time. Everybody from TNC converging in. Still pressuring this early push angle. They popped the Necro buff. They do still have the Shapeshift. They still got the Ravage, and they still got the Sanity's Eclipse. Armel gonna wait for the rest of his team to go in before he commits. Can't afford to get bursted down. Universe not on Beastmaster this time around, so not quite so easy for him to threaten this bottom tier 2. He's doing his best to continue cutting the waves and applying pressure. And they do now kind of have the advantage in 2 out of the 3 lanes in terms of their position, but not really in a spot to threaten anybody. And TNC aren't even really splitting up. They're hanging out around the pit. Fnatic would love for somebody to TP bottom and then just burst that hero down instantly, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Fnatic gonna force the issue though. Envy's gonna come down here and make his presence felt, and TNC have to make a decision. They're heading over towards the Roshan pit. Cliff's gonna be popped. I think the Envy illusion did scout this, so they kind of know what's going on. Fnatic, do they just consider going high ground? I don't know if this is actually that fast of a Roshan for TNC. They don't have a medallion. Yeah, Envy's gonna force him back. And DJ's gonna look to cancel, scouting them, Sam H TPing. Envy retreating back. Alright, nicely played by TNC. They do just back out as a team, but that turns out to be wasted 30 seconds to a minute for them, as they spent all of this time posturing around the Roshan pit, not really farming that much, and now Envy's going to go and farm the entire Radiant jungle. So, TNC got to try and find something. Abed might oblige. No, he's also being fairly safe about all this. He does have the Force Staff to be able to get a little bit further away. The Shrine is off cooldown. There are TPs. Oh, we're missing a couple of TPs on the Fnatic side. The 2 supports don't have them at the moment, which is a little bit scary. I think it's pretty important that Pi is carrying a TP at all times. Get in there with the Chaotic Offering. Universe still just being a nuisance, keeping Sam H pinned down here on the bottom lane. They haven't taken any damage really just yet on the tier 3. But annoying that they have to keep showing the Tidehunter like this, because it means that they can't actually put any weight or any real threat behind this push at top. Doing a nice little bit of wolf scouting. I guess that's another part of what's been going on here. DJ, Boulder Smash not going to catch. He will get rolled on top of. Force Staff away. Secondary Force Staff also available from Abed. TP coming in from Envy. They know that the Tidehunter is bot, so they want this fight. Envy going to pop the Metamorphosis, and they go for Tim's. Can they get more? They've found Cuckoo over on the other side. He's going on a Pylite die. He's going to drop the Chaotic Offering to cancel the TP. They really want this Leshrac dead, but they will grab the kill. DJ almost dropping. Fnatic, what's the follow-up objective here? Can they head straight into the Roshan? TNC are thinking about it. They are worried that Roshan's about to go down. Sam pushes that bottom lane as far as he can afford to, and he's now going to start waddling his way over towards the pit. Fnatic looks like they are just going to just hold their ground. And we're going to use this Metamorphosis to farm some Ancients. Armo finds Pi, maybe a little bit of a miss micro with the Chaotic Offering, perhaps. Or he just wanted to come over here and deward. And it does get killed off. That's a couple of stacks for Armo. Alright, with Metamorphosis down, is this now a window for TNC? No meta, no Chaotic Offering, no Dream Coil. This is about as good as it's going to get, to be honest. Fnatic really needed to catch more at that Shrine fight instead of just the two supports. Yeah, TNC is going for it. DJ, can he make a big play? 10 seconds to go on the hook shot. Probably not in time. 5, 4. He's trying to find a sneaky angle, but he gives it away a little bit with that rocket flare. Now he 4-steps up onto the high ground. Cuckoo thinks it's coming this way. DJ's coming in from the other angle. He's sizing it up. Can he get it? No, Armel's found him. He's sitting right on top of the ward. He gets done. Tim's is also there. They don't want to risk anything when it comes to this Roshan. Abed's also here, though. They're going to be able to bonds them up to the Rosh. This is really dangerous. Oh, man. Fnatic might actually be able to contest this. Have to be so careful about what they do here, but looks like they should be able to claim it. Envy also coming over. He's thinking about it. They've got the Aegis up onto the OD. He jumps straight forward. They're hunting for Abed. Universe gets the silence and the coil out onto 3. Really nice counter initiation. They've still got these bonds going to work. Now with the reflection, they might just lose the Aegis immediately. Raven can't even fight with the shapeshift. Abed's just standing his ground. Envy pops the BKB running forward. Does another Metamorphosis, but looks like it doesn't really matter too much. Armel does not get silenced. He'll be able to fight Envy somewhat. And now TNC able to regroup. They've lost their two supports, but looks like they should be able to get Envy. A few more auto attacks to bring him down. Universe thinks about jumping back in. He's got the orb. Can they at least pop this Aegis? Looks like potentially not. Universe needs to wait. They have to just do a little bit more damage. How is Armel still alive? They pop the Ravage now. Universe might get turned around on. Sanity's Eclipse, triple kill for Armel. TNC kiting and kiting and kiting. Looks like they will end up losing Sam H after all is said and done, but still a nice fight. They got the Roshan. Abed finally managing to chase him down. Most important thing is keeping that Aegis intact, though. I thought the Fatal Bonds was going to kill him for sure. And you could see Universe, he was hungry for it. He was like, alright, we didn't hit him with the orb. The hook shot was a little bit mistimed. Here's what we gotta do. I'm gonna sit here next to the Lycan, and then as soon as the OD pops out, I'll damage the Lycan with Waning Rift, and that'll hopefully kill the OD, but there was just a little bit too much regen on this OD, and he does end up surviving. So, pretty big win for TNC. Do have to start taking stock of the ultimates, but I think both teams are gonna be chilling out for a little bit. Envy, next item, probably just a Butterfly, if I had to guess. They do have the meta off cooldown, so some playmaking potential there. Raven very farmed on his Lycan, now has a BKB completed. You can see these next few minutes going to be... Well, the next few minutes are important for them, but they also have pretty good late game. They've got the Tide. They got the OD. I don't know if they're actually too stressed. Fnatic could come out here and look for something, though. Armel's the one with the Aegis, but his team is nowhere to be found. DJ, can he find this hook? He's a little bit low on the range. Still running forward, but the Radiant Creep Waves come in. Gonna force staff in. Dream Coil's gonna miss. So will the hook shot. Fnatic. Just a complete disaster on that gank. And now they have to go and deal with bottom lane. So, unfortunately, sound the retreat. Spoon feed Envy a little bit more farm. And TNC know that they have a couple of minutes here to make some more plays. What are they looking for? Tim's rolling forward. Tries with the Boulder Smash. Abed fine with the Force Staff. But, oh, Raven's looking for more Abed. Okay, just straight up TP's out. Armel almost in range for the Astral. Pi also manages the TP. Whew. Alright, stressful times for Fnatic. Ooh, this is big. How is Universe so far? I guess he's been cutting waves on the bottom side of the map this entire game. And now he's got himself an Aghanim Scepter. That is going to be such a thorn in the Lycan side. He's expecting this 10-second BKB to be like an I win button in this upcoming fight, and that's not going to be the case. Sam H, can they go on to him? They trap him inside of the cogs, but he's got the Force Staff. DJ, hookshot still on cooldown for 4 seconds time. And TNC, how much longer on this Aegis? 1 minute and 30 seconds. Armel just going for a BKB. What have we here? Again, same kind of story with this Dream Coil. Could I don't know if they've scouted Universe just yet. But still very important. Can't afford to get silenced by the puck.
Horn of the realm.
And everyone's just kind of playing for lane position now. Illusion's pushing, we got Lycan summons and dominated creeps pushing. Everyone just trying to get that positional advantage. Once again, Fnatic super struggling to get any wards at all really up on the map. Getting kind of dewarded at every turn. I guess a lot of it is just that the TNC supports actually have some gold this game. You look at Cuckoo and he's running around with 3 sentry wards. He is not letting Fnatic have any vision control. The other thing for Fnatic is that their supports are relatively immobile. I think it's quite a bit easier for the Earth Spirit to be moving around and planting wards. And even Cuckoo with a Force Staff has something that he can do if he gets jumped on. Not quite so easy for, say, Pili Die on his Warlock. So that's probably some of the source of this vision discrepancy. Another missed hook from DJ. He's gonna laugh it off. TNC are taking control over the Dire jungle. Abed wants to push out bottom. He's just going to be going for an Aghanim Scepter. Armel finishing that BKB and now thinking about a Hex. Aegis is going to be down in just a few seconds. Yeah, there you go. Gets reclaimed. Both teams are quite strong when it comes to defending their own high ground. They've got that kind of level of team fight where if their backs are up against the hill, it actually makes it quite a bit easier. And Pi, alright, feeling the pressure a little bit on this map control game, is going to end up buying a gem. Ooh, are they going to come over here close enough to get this D-ward, though? Do they realize that they're being scouted? TNC have smoked up, they come running forward. Who can they find? They're looking for DJ. They will get the imprisonment, and it looks like DJ should be dead. Envy just going to go for the TP out. They don't have anything there in time to cancel it, so just the clockwork going down. Meanwhile, Raven using that as space to put pressure onto this top tier 3, actually dropping it down below half HP. TNC looking eager. Are they going to force it, though? They might just want the tier 3. That might be it. Universe going to keep things spammed out. Envy running forward, just wants to put down the reflection. Nobody really committing to anything here. Bottom lane is pressed in fairly far, though. Fnatic don't have any heroes over there, so it's really going to be an issue. Oh, we got a little circle drawn over here by Cuckoo. He would like for somebody on Fnatic to come over here and farm this tri-camp, because they think it's safe. They had a gem up here and the sentry ward, but there is actually an obs scouting it, so... Ooh, do they see this observer? Oh my god, Cuckoo has been so on point with these D-wards. It's actually ridiculous. Shrine fight might be scary, though. They're going to pop the shapeshift. They just want this. Tim's going to go in. They find Pili Die. Should be able to burst him. Can he get the chaotic offering off? No. He's silenced, and now they've got the slow. Abed also trapped. He's already used the Force Staff, and he's dead. Double kill for Armel. BKB getting popped by Raven. They've used the Dream Coil, so now they don't really have much control for this OD. And TNC just going to head straight for top. They sense their opportunity. Envy. Scary, but maybe not scary enough. Sam H sitting on the front lines. Has the Ravage at the ready, not worried at all about getting bursted while the Viper is still dead. I'm just going to jump in with his Arcane Rune. Envy doesn't want to have to pop the BKB in a bad situation, but TNC much faster push this game than they had in the previous. They get that first lane of racks quickly, and now they're going to keep fishing for these buybacks. Still no glyph available. The buyback is going to come in from the Viper. DJ sitting on the edge. Envy forced to pop his BKB. He now uses the Metamorphosis and knows that he just has to fight. Can they burst down the Tidehunter? They will be able to, but they also have to try and catch more. Universe is going to keep on chasing. He's got that Yules. Closes the gap onto Raven. Still no shapeshift. Still no BKB. Fnatic really want this kill. Universe trying to slow him down. Do they have any more interrupts? DJ going to try with the cogs. They also drop the chaotic offering. They 100% need this Lycan kill. And looks like Envy should be able to finish him off. Metamorphosis dwindling now. Roshan. Super fast respawn. Oh my god. Are Fnatic even going to scout it? Do they even want Roche? I'm sure they would take it, but it's... I think this is literally an instant respawn. The Illusion's going to scout it. Fnatic, what's the decision? Are they going to try and force buybacks, or are they going to just take the Roche? There is still a Ravage available. 5 seconds to go on the Tide. This is some risky business. Armel running forward, wants to get a couple of stacks up. Knows that his team has his back. Bottom lane's getting pushed in. Fnatic, this isn't great. They're going to have to send some TPs back to deal with the base, but if they do that, they're going to be giving up any chance whatsoever of claiming an objective here. They're going to jump, they drop the Dream Coil, but it's only onto one. They can't really find the OD. He's got the BKB, drops down to about half HP. Immediately imprisons himself and should be able to get the blink out if he's got the angle right. Tim's also there with the boulder smash onto a couple, magnetizes on everyone. Tim's going to pay for this with his life, but it doesn't really matter. Samage slides forward. There's the Ravage. They find one more on the high ground. Pie's dead. Envy just forced to BKB TP out. DJ finds a little hidey hole in the trees, and he will also escape. Universe a little bit too mobile, I think, at this point to be caught, but that is the Terrorblade BKB down. They know that the Metamorphosis is also on cooldown, so I'd imagine that TNC are just going to go and look for something. Raven's got everything. They still have the Sanity's Eclipse. What are they going to do? They also know that the Viper brought back. There's no Viper for 50 seconds. But okay, they just want the Rosh instead. Oh, that was so awkward for Fnatic. They like came up to mid and then couldn't actually commit to the high ground. They couldn't disengage cleanly because they were going to get chased down. I think as soon as they came past the river, that was kind of a no-win situation for them. But it's a difficult call to make because you feel like you used that buyback, you have to get something. Terrorblade's got his butterfly now. Envy's getting stronger, but Aegis and Cheese up on TNC. Wait, is that Aegis and Cheese? It is, right? There's Cheese on Tide, yeah.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Fnatic still absolutely struggling with any kind of vision. They at least know that their shrine's getting taken, but that's about it. So Envy's going to put himself in a position to at least get bottom lane pushed out that little bit more. They've already lost the bot tier 3.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
Fnatic's base crumbling. Yeah, TNC going to show that they've got more than just that Nature's Prophet strategy. That is for sure. Not too far away from this OD Hex. Oh man, that's going to be super scary for Fnatic. Abed's still trying to finish this Aghanim Scepter, but Viper not really much of a flash farmer, so it's kind of all on Envy to be doing the damage here. They need to get that big Dream Coil from Universe. Big Dream Coil, along with the bonds onto a couple, along with the Chaotic Offering. Envy just standing strong, auto-attacking the entire time. That's the dream, but TNC have just not been giving them that opportunity. Kuku's even got it. How was his Lesh so farmed, man? I guess he's been farming waves. How many CS does he have? 122? Yeah, he's been killing creeps. But he's going to be very difficult to deal with. Both of these games, it's actually been Kuku who's more farmed than Tim's.
Top shrine is under
He's definitely playing position 5 in air quotes.
I was meant to have
Nature's Prophet the first game, Lesh here in the second.
Top shrine has fallen.
And having a pretty significant impact. Oh, first game, they wanted the Prophet to win the lanes and it didn't really do it. So maybe we'll qualify that statement a little bit. TNC still sitting around. They only got 2.5 minutes left on Aegis. Heading over towards mid. SamH does have a Blink Dagger. Let's have a quick look at the old buyback status because I think that's about to become relatively important for Fnatic. Envy's pushing out bottom but not willing to expose his real hero to any danger. And they're actually just going to swing straight down towards bot. Envy now forced to TP back. And TNC can just come and sit and cut this bot wave for the next few minutes. Until this gets pushed back the other way. So they've dealt with the Terrorblade. Fnatic are pinned inside of their base. The net worth lead continues to just escalate and escalate and escalate. Fnatic don't feel like they can go anywhere and farm or do anything. They're just completely trapped. TNC gonna pick the softer target. They're gonna go in. They drop the Chaotic Offering. Envy, where's that damage? They need to do the work. Universe is being hexed up. Armel pops the BKB. Universe is still surviving, and OD actually ends up breaking the Dream Coil. He's brought down once, but can they do it again? They still have the Ravage. SamH just needs to stay alive. Raven did pop the Shapeshift, and he popped his BKB. TNC in two minds about actually going in here. Mid tier 3 did end up going down to the creeps in the meantime. I don't even think that was like Necrobook summons or anything. Just Straight old regular push. They don't realize that Fnatic have this ward. So bottom is actually a less attractive lane to push than mid. But haven't bought a gem. Where'd the red Necro go? Kind of sucks for them that ward's going to stay up, but... Cuckoo, he's been dewarding so immaculately this entire game, and then here at a really pivotal moment, missing the one. Ketic offerings on cooldown for a little bit, but they at least had the Dream Coil back up again. They should now realize that it's an Aghanim's Dream Coil. TNC just trying to split them up. Hyla die, gets a decent bond, add onto a couple, Envy runs forward, but he gets immediately Hex, should get bursted down here, the Sandy's Eclipse, puts an end to him, he doesn't have a buyback, and that might just be the end of Fnatic's hopes here in game number 2. Raven chasing forward with the crits, Pi is going to buy back, but they are straight under the racks, TNC. Glyph does get popped, Abed doing everything that he can, but all that he can do is kind of pop down another Toxin and hope that scares them away. TNC unafraid, everybody's still on full HP. Armel with yet another Hex, jumps forward, 3 hits potentially to kill Pi. That's going to be enough. He's still got the Pike to push himself backwards. The Ravage now finally coming in. They didn't even need it to win this fight. I doubted the Lycan pick a little bit. I really thought Terrorblade was going to be able to do more this game, but TNC, good rotations out of the 2 supports, pretty good patience. Fnatic, I think, really feeling the fact that they had Universe on the puck as opposed to the Beastmaster, which really seems to be their go-to for him. And they just didn't really have that level of map pressure. I guess the other thing is that they put